A look there at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the #1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question, when this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple of years.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. Third down coming up.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On fourth down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So, here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
Gets to the edge at the 30, and he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 17-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
2nd and 5. The RPO, that one is complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the goal line and in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Bears nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Caught, that's DJ Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
Escaping to his left. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
10 yards on the play. That's another Bears 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 17-yard line.
2nd and 10. On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Throwing is Williams. They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Crazy. Up the sideline. Past midfield. A terrific run finally brought down, but he's inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll step up and run. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Bears 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
The 24-yard line.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Parker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line by the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend, You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's right side. He's got count to Terra. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Man in motion is Brown. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. He'll try and get the... And he will score! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead.
21, Bears 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Man left side, that's Zacchaeus. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, All of a sudden, you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Great time, caught by Burton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's over the middle and taken in by Agunze. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field.
First and 10
following this.
14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll go underneath to Swift. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
Brings up third and 3.
To throw is Williams. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
It's fourth down.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Forced out left. Now he takes off. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
He'll take off again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. There he goes again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
A gain of 13
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Bigsby to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
18. And an Eagles first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Now, Ben Johnson, he's talked it over, decided to throw the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On play action, here's Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Something out of nothing. Sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4.
Second and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. It would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. To the left side, taken in by Smith. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Eagles. Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bears 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So following the
off for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Bears offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Here's Swift, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Down by Nolan Smith. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to the big rookie out of Michigan, Poston Loveland. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Chicago.
First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A gain of 7.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to work for it. It's Swift. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. It's Swift, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Man in motion is Brown. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
the line of scrimmage.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. It just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. That's Goddard in motion. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This one from 41 yards out. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Hurts to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll get this underneath to Swift. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
A play fake. Now Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Williams to the air once more. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A play fake. And they'll throw with Williams. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
It is 2nd and 9. They're trying the left side with Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A tight end in motion now. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Philadelphia.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now, Hurts. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Williams. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
3rd and long. Here's Williams to the left side. He's got Kmet And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25.
A gain of
It was
17
3rd and
yards.
16, and they got 17. And a new set of downs.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big-time play for the Bears. 55 yards on the game.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll get this out to Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Throwing again. Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's
that one caught. DJ Moore. Touchdown Bears. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
And it's 3rd down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Odunze. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears first down.
A gain of 12 yards.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to the tight end, Komet.
Williams pass. Complete to Cole Komet. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Line.
Williams. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Yeah, and that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And deep for the back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.